Hello everybody, Debbie here. How are you today? From Easy Piano Styles. And today's lesson is all about guide tones. So guide tones are the most important tones in any chord, which are, you might think, oh, that would have to be the root, right? No, the guide tones are considered the third and the seventh. The third and the seventh are the guide tones, the most important notes that you put in that chord. As a matter of fact, in jazz music, lots of times there's no root in the chord, believe it or not. So what we're going to do through today is how we'll go through the guide tones in each chord, and I'm going to show you how there are common guide tones. Each two guide tones actually are associated with two different chords, and it's pretty cool how that happens. So we're going to go around here. Maybe one of the guide tones. We'll start here with, woo, don't fall over. All right, here we go. So we're going to start on C. The guide tones on C would be the third and the seventh. Third, okay, that's the flatted seventh. So we're doing C. We're doing the thirds and the flatted sevenths. So these are regular seventh chords, not major seventh chords, not minor seventh chords. And you know the thirds would change depending upon those, what the modality is of the chord. Okay, so we're on a C, C7. The third would be E, and the seventh is a B flat, right? Those two notes are actually, if you go down from C, if you go down what's called a diminished fifth, just think of a regular fifth, which would be F, and go up a half a step. That would be G flat or F sharp. The guide tones are the same for both of them. Pretty cool. So here we have E and B flat, those are the guide tones, the third and the seventh, but they're also the guide tones for F sharp, except the E is now the seventh of an F sharp chord, and the B flat is the third of an F sharp. So you can actually use those two notes for both a C7 and an F sharp 7. Cool, huh? Let's go down. Now we're going down half step. So there's the third and the seventh for a B, the D sharp and the A, third and the seventh. But also they are the same for what? An F. An F chord, that's the seventh and that's the third of the seventh. Right? So those are interchangeable. You can use this for a B, if you have a B chord, B7, but you can also use it for an F7. Now we go down another half step. We're on a B flat. Okay, so B flat, third is D, and the seventh is A flat. But that's also the seventh and the third for an E chord. Right, there's that diminished fifth down. So you could use the D and the G sharp for an E chord, but you could also use it for a B flat chord. Alright, now we're down to, we're on B flats, now we're on A. A would be here. C sharp and G for an A. C sharp is the third, G is the seventh. Okay, so what could that also be? That is the seventh and the third of an E flat. Same two notes for an E flat. And we'll keep going down for an A flat. A flat, we've got the third and the seventh for an A flat. But look at here, that's the seventh and that's the third for a D. Those are interchangeable, A flats and D chords. So we were on A flat, now we're on G, G7. B and F. B is the third of a G, F is the seventh, right? But what does that have in common? Go down the diminished fifth. D flat, that's the seventh, and that's the third of a D flat. So you could use both of those notes for a D flat. Now we're on F sharp. Okay, F sharp, we got now a half step. A sharp and E are the third and the seventh for an F sharp chord, but they're also the seventh and the third for a C7, right? Pretty cool. Now we're on F. So we got the third and the seventh, A and E flat, which would be the same as the seventh and the third for a B. For a B. Now we're going down. We're almost done. We've got the third and the seventh for an E major chord, E7, right? Which is the same as the seventh and the third for a B flat chord. Again, we go down that diminished fifth, and it's the same. It can be used as a chord substitution. E flat, next, an E flat 7. The third and the seventh is a G and D flat, right? But that's the same as for an A. That's the seventh and the third for an A. It's the reverse, right? E flat, D. D7, we got our F sharp, third and seventh, F sharp and C. And what would be a substitute for a D? That would be A flat again. That's the seventh and the third for A flat. Okay, and almost done. D flat. Here's our third and our seventh for D flat, which is the same as A up the diminished fifth. A G7 is the seventh and the third. And then we're back to where we started. So what I would suggest you do, we're going down chromatically. You start, you can put the root on the bottom so you don't forget where you are, what your chord is. There's your C7, and you could just go down, B7. You could just go down by half steps and label it. What you can also do is do that and then look at, well, what's the chord substitution for that? What chord has the same third and seventh? Well, you go down the diminished fifth, and then go up a half step. And you can say, okay, this is C, but also G flat, right? Go down, we're on B, and then look at what the diminished fifth is. It's an F. It will work with both. That way you can get the third and the seventh, third, different order in each chord going down the half step. That'd be a great exercise for you to help you to learn those guide tones. Sorry, I'm fussing around so much with this. Well, to learn the guide tones, right? And learn at the same time you're learning the substitution. So guide tones could be used for two chords. So you get the same two notes for two different chords, right? That is my lesson today on guide tones and how to learn them, since they're so important in jazz music. You can get away with just playing the guide tones in the left hand oftentimes, or you could even just add a note on the bottom, the root of the chord, and then put those guide tones in. But those guide tones are super, super important. You really want to know those. Okay, so I will talk to you next week, and I will be picking out the song for our next class, and I'll let you know when that is. So have a good week, everybody, and we will talk soon.